In some cultures, being perpetually single doesn't necessarily mean you are undesirable. It could mean you're far too desirable, but to the wrong kind of admirer. These unseen admirers, drawn from the realm of the dead, are said to form a sinister bond with the living, known as fate with the dead. This is a relationship no living person should endure, as the consequences can be devastating. The following is a real-life paranormal experience. Lee, a skeptic turned believer, recounted a frightening experience involving her best friend, Ang. Ang, a divorced mother of two, had been trying to rebuild her life when something inexplicable began to unravel her already fragile stability. It started innocently enough. During a casual hangout, Lee noticed Ang looked pale and unwell. Concerned, she pressed her friend to confide. Ang admitted she had been plagued by recurring dreams. In these dreams, a faceless man would visit her bedroom nightly, his presence chilling and oppressive. At first, she dismissed the nightmares as symptoms of post-divorce stress, but they persisted, leaving her shaken and fatigued. Lee, however, had heard of similar stories that always ended badly. She explained her theory to Anne. This could be a case of fate with the dead. The faceless man in her dreams might be a spirit drawn to her, forming an unhealthy attachment that could sap her life force. Alarmed, Lee urged Anne to seek help at a local temple where a renowned monk could intervene. The dead and the living, Lee insisted, must never intertwine. Despite their urgency, attempts to visit the monk were thwarted at every turn. Whenever Anne prepared to leave her house, she'd be struck by sudden ailments, searing headaches, fevers, inexplicable fatigue. On other occasions, random distractions derail her plans, an urge to shop, forgotten errands, or sudden work commitments. Lee was convinced these interruptions were orchestrated by the spirit to keep Ang trapped in its grasp. One day, after arranging another appointment with the monk, Lee decided to surprise Ang with a visit and took her to the temple. After much persuasions, Ang finally agreed to go. However, by the time they arrived at the temple, they had missed their appointment. Ang, suddenly racked with a horrible headache, begged to leave. Lee insisted they stay, practically dragging her friend to the monk.